Sour taste. How many of you ever lived life with a sour taste in your mouth? How many of you have ever failed in your life? You thought your life was going a certain direction, and the next thing you know, it just went south. It just soured out. You know, they got those candies out, Sour Patch Kids, and it just gives you that, when you put it in your mouth, it kind of gives you that sour taste. But underneath the sourness is the sweetness. So I'm here to tell you that even though you have a sour taste in your mouth, or you had a sour taste in your mouth because your life didn't go where you wanted it to go, underneath the sourness is sweetness. That means there's victory coming. You know, I can sit here and I can lie to you, and I can do these messages and what I call audios, and I just kind of randomly do it because I'm not trying to make money off of it. I'm just trying to speak facts as God gives me the presence, as I sit outside in my home and I'm looking upstairs in our gym and I'm just looking at Central Texas, and you know, God said, do an audio about a sour taste. Because I know my life has had some sour moments in my life. I have went through some difficult divorces. I had some difficult relationships. I made some horrible decisions. But by God, as I prayed, I went from sour to sweet. As they say, you can go from the ghetto to the Hamptons. It's all a mindset. But honestly, what I'm saying is that my latter days will be greater than my former. That my former days was sour. And I think in order for you to get to those great times in your life, those sweet times in your life, that you must have moments of sourness. You got to have that sour taste in your mouth, because you're not going to know how to get better if you don't have worse. I say all the time, I have a fear of getting fat. So one day I wake up, I take my shirt off. And I'm like, damn, I don't like the way I look. For me. I said, my wife don't deserve this. So when I said she didn't deserve it, I looked at myself and I said, you know what? Man, I gotta change. Not just for her, but for me. You know, people think that you need all this high standard equipment to get in shape. You don't. People think that you got to have this high-end counselor to get your marriage together. You don't. Having a sour taste in your mouth doesn't mean that there's not sweetness underneath the sourness. That bitterness doesn't always mean bitter. Bitterness to me means success, because if you're successful, you're going to have some sour times in your life. So when I step on that scale and I was like, damn, I looked at my best days, and then I looked at my worst day and I said, all right, I'm going to change. But without that sour taste in my mouth, without me looking in that mirror saying, I don't like what I see, I was not able to gain the reality and focus to do what I need to do. So what I'm saying is, in this message that is titled Sour Taste, sometimes the sour taste is not always as bad as you think, because if you keep going, if you keep chewing that candy, if you keep sucking on that candy, you're going to turn around and the bitterness is going to turn into sweet. So why would you give up? Why would you give up in your life knowing that? Because it's sour for a moment. You got people that commit suicide because their life is sour for that moment. But you know what? You can go to the grave right now, the funeral homes, and you can go to the grave site. And I guarantee you, if you resurrect their body and you look at them and God says, you know what? You're in heaven now, but here's what you could have done. But you ended your life because the sourness was only a limited time, like the McRib. What am I saying to you? I'm saying just because your life is sour now does not mean it's not going to be sweet. Stop measuring yourself off your faults and measure yourself on your dreams and aspirations. If somebody is not right in your life, move them out of your life by making a decision. Make the decision to become better. So, yes, it might be sour for a minute and you might feel lonely, but in the end, it's going to be sweet because you're going to keep pressing and pressing and pressing and move on, and greatness and sweetness is coming. Sometimes the sour taste isn't bad. Turn it sweet.